Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. Today I'm working on day 4 of By the Wall for Gods, a biblical thanks devotional, and I am creating a simple page in Crossway's new spiral bound journaling Bibles. Now this is the poetry edition, and I'm using the Country Lace stencil. This stencil was released alongside this kit, and it's going to give me a nice background so it doesn't look so empty, but keeping it super simple. So I'm using this with Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. That gives me a nice base. And I've done a little bit more studying on Psalm 100. And so I had this quote that I wanted to include in here from Charles Spurgeon. And it says, "So long as we are receivers of mercy, we must be givers of thanks." And so I want to remind myself of that. So that is the quote that I'm going to use here in this journaling page. I've decided to put this clear sticker of this comfy little armchair in there. I just really liked that, so I decided to put that in. I'm also using a fountain pen today in this Bible. I got a new fountain pen when I was up in Chicago, and decided I was just going to swatch it out in the back to check to see if it bled or feathered. Now, it does bleed a little bit through this Bible paper, but I was surprised to see that it didn't feather. It actually held the ink pretty well. So very surprised about that. So I'm excited to use my fountain pens more, possibly in these Bible journaling pages. But anyways, I am writing this quote out with this fountain pen using Ferris wheel presses, Barrington black color. It is just a plain, really deep black. Love it for that. I'm just checking to see if it's feathering there. And then I'm also using these alpha stickers from By the Wall for God to highlight some of the bigger words of this quote. Now, I wanted to make sure to give credit where credit is due and write that this quote was from Charles Spurgeon. However, I kind of forgot that, different papers react differently. And so I was going to use one of the labels from By the Wall for God, actually stuck it down and everything, and used my fountain pen on it without even thinking, and it immediately started to feather. And so I decided I would take that up quickly before the stickiness got too sticky, and it came up just fine. But I decided to end up just writing Charles Spurgeon on the actual paper itself, which actually works for me because then you have more ink on the bottom half as well, and it just kind of evens out that whole block of text. I'm wanting to add some stamping to this page, and so I grabbed out the Digging Deep stamp set. This is great for study notes, especially if you're wanting to journal them. And so I have an arrow that I want to point down from Giver of Thanks down to Psalm 100. So I'm going to stamp that out in some VersaFine black ink. I also wanted to include a prayer on this page, which I normally don't do, but I think I might start doing. I want to make sure that I'm adding some more prayer into my journaling. And so I have this little prayer stamp from that set, Digging Deep. I will stamp that down there and add a little prayer to the bottom half of my journaling page. My prayer just says, "Lord, please put it on the forefront of my mind to be a giver of thanks so that my children would be a witness to that, and then their minds may be changed." I also decided to use some stickers from the Study Bits. These are new stickers that are usually a digital, but I believe By the Wall for God is going to start including them as sticker sets that you can purchase alongside the kit. So I'm adding a little heart next to my prayer. I also have the verse Psalm 104 reference that I want to put somewhere, but I don't know where to put it at first, and ultimately decide right above my prayer. And then I'm going to add a little geo-tracking kind of symbol. I don't even know what it's called technically, but I'm going to point to the verse there so you know as well. And then I'm going to use my mild liner in the copper color, highlight that prayer right there, and I will outline all the letters of my quote. And then lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of extra to this scene because it seems a little bit empty between the quote and the chair. So I'll add some leaves and a pumpkin. I also want to add some shading as a shadow below the chair and the pumpkin. So I'm going to use my Tombow in light gray, and I'll just add that below it. And then to complete the whole page, I'm just going to highlight my verse real quick with that same copper mild liner after I outline thanks, and then this page will be complete. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I'll try to link everything I use down below in the description, and I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.